Hello, everyone. This is Sandeep Bose, motivation speaker, communication trainer. Once again, welcome to the Passion Podcast 2.0, episode 10. We have a special guest today joining us all the way from Abu Dhabi. She's from New Zealand, but living in Abu Dhabi, she's a makeup artist for 39 years. She has started doing makeup at the age of 7. Her name is Malak Rose. Malak is with us. Let's welcome Malak Rose. Hi, Malak. How are you?
Hi, Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Uh, Welcome to Passion Podcast 2.0, Malak. And I'd like to thank you, first of all, for accepting the invitation and joining and sharing your experience, your knowledge, and your passion with all the viewers. Okay.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, so I will ask you a few questions. As you know, this is a podcast where we talk about the passion and how you started off your career and everything. So before that, I would like to know that how's everything in back home in Abu Dhabi? All the things are good.
Yeah, it's good. I keep to myself, go out when I need to, and yeah, it's getting back to normal anyway. The COVID cases are spiking again, so they're getting a little
Yeah,
bit high again, but
yeah,
I feel like people are used to it now, so it's kind of
mm, normal,
it's okay.
right? So, Malak, I was just telling my viewers that you are doing this makeup for 39 years, if I'm not wrong.
32. I'm 39 years old, but I've
Okay,
been doing makeup since I was 7.
right. 32 years you are doing this, and also you have a your own makeup studio where you teach how to do makeup, right?
I have a online beauty school. It's called the Queen's Alley Beauty School, and I teach ladies all over the world how to do everyday makeup looks or full glam makeup looks like this one, or creative makeup looks where you use little diamantes and glitter and things like that.
Yeah, right. And also, while doing the research, I was going through your LinkedIn profile. So there, I saw that you also have something which is known as Al-Sami therapy.
Yes.
What listening therapy? What is that? Can you tell us?
So SMER listening therapy is a passion project that I started when I was going through my divorce.
Hmm.
Um, I created an app called Alcemia, and this app was just a tangible item. It was a recording app. So when I needed to unload all of my emotions, I would open my app and start speaking to this app. And I realized I could heal myself and get through my divorce. Um, and then after COVID, I decided to start doing this kind of listening therapy where it was one on one with people from all over the
Okay.
world. So they would message me and say I need a listening therapy session, and I just listen. I don't give my opinion, I don't give any advice, I just listen, because there's a lot of power in listening to someone
Yeah.
and knowing that they're not going to tell you what to do or be
Yeah.
judgmental like
Right.
family and friends can be. So that's what SME listening therapy is.
All right. And I believe that you're very much passionate about makeup, and this is something which you really enjoy doing. And you're doing this for a long time, more than 3 decades now. So, before we talk about your passion, right, I would like to know more about your upbringing and your childhood, if you can share for our viewers.
Yeah, I'm from New Zealand. I grew up in a small village called Hātepe, which is in the North Island of New Zealand, 15 kilometres south of Taupo, on the shores of Lake Taupo, which is the largest lake in the Southern Hemisphere.
Mhm.
My village belongs to my family. So my grandfather and my grandmother created it from just bush. It was all forest and scrub, and they decided to clear out the land and they created an estate for my family. And now it's a big business because they created 100 sections for the wealthy people of New Zealand to come and build a holiday home on our land. So yeah, now it's incorporated and yeah, it's a multi-million dollar village that I'm from. I grew up with my cousins. We swam all day. We had plum trees everywhere. We
Right.
lived a life of total freedom. And I don't know why I don't live there now, but I will one day because it's like a sanctuary. It's where I find my
Right.
peace.
Right. How's your growing up years in New Zealand? For us, in New Zealand is a uh, country which with Australia in Oceania, right? So, how's your life back then in New Zealand while you're growing up? What you used to think about the world, and especially, did you thought that at that age stage that you will become a makeup artist and this is something you want to do? Did this thought came in
No,
your mind back then?
no, I just really liked art. And my mother bought me my first makeup palette, like this, a child's one. And it had like lipstick and blusher and eyeshadow when I was 7. And
This
I,
was this was the first makeup box which your mother brought you.
yeah,
You still have it.
no, no, no. I was just showing you what it looks like.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So she bought that when I was 7 just to play with. And I really, really loved it. Like every morning I would get up, do my makeup, and then go and play for the rest of the day. Um, but in New Zealand growing up, makeup wasn't, it was just like art. It wasn't considered a proper job, like being a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher. So
Engineer.
yeah, I always did it as a hobby,
Mhm.
and I always had my main job in finance or business or wherever, and I would just do hobby makeup on the side, and people would come to my town and my sister would be like, oh, these people need a makeup artist for a wedding. And I'm like, oh, yeah, tell them I can do it. And I'd go and do them, charge them, but never thought that it was something, that I could do full time. I feel like the creative side of people only recently is starting to be respected in terms of
Yeah,
being a real career and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah. Mhm. uh, that's the reason, Malak, I started this podcast because the name suggests about this podcast, passion podcast, and people like you come from different sectors, different fields, and they share their passion, what they love doing. So, my second question to you is, why did you become a makeup artist? What do you like about makeup, and what is the definition of makeup according to you?
I like the creative side of it. Like I consider myself an artist. Like I've been painting since I was a child as well. So the beautiful thing about makeup is I can do it and then I can wash it off, and then the next day I can do something else. So it's more about the creative side of it than it is like the actual makeup. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not in love with makeup, but I love what it does and how I can push myself to create something beautiful.
Okay. So it's more like the creative side, which you enjoys the most, and
Yeah.
like an artist. Yeah, understood.
Yeah, because like this look today, I've only just finished it and I started it at 2 p.m.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's like because I'm a perfectionist as well, so I won't stop. Like if I can see one little spot, I'll fix it, and then if I mess it up again, I'll keep going. Like my lips took me about an hour because I was doing it wrong. Like it sounds like a waste of time, but to me, it's a nice waste of time.
Yeah, this is how all the great people work. Like they don't are not satisfied with what they're doing, so they just try to do it better and better and better. And how that's how you become perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And there's a lot of times like during the process I'm like, okay, that's enough. And then my mind will be like, you know that's not enough. Keep going. Because it's always telling me what else to do. And if I choose not to look, I don't feel satisfied. So if I just keep doing it, I get to this point. I'm about 80% happy. There was a few things I could have fixed, and then I was just like, you've got a podcast. You have to stop.
Mm. No, this process is very hectic and rigorous, right? Because you have to do many things, you have to apply and see if it fits the bill or not. Do you feel sometimes that it's too much, or maybe you're not feeling like doing it again and again and let it be what it is? Do you feel this thoughts come to you?
No, never. I could never because the feeling of let it be what it be is
Mm.
it's not nice to me.
Mm.
The feeling of accomplishment and wow, this is like so beautiful. It's like, it's fulfilling. It's fulfillment.
Mm. Yeah, amazing. Now also we can see that you have applied something on your face like creative, and I follow you on your LinkedIn, so I think you upload many videos. And amazing, I saw the videos, the way you put makeup. Just now I was checking your LinkedIn cover page, and the makeup that you have, it's amazing, like so creative. So how do you get the inspiration? Do you have a reference point? Do you look up to people who are already expert in it, or you just try by yourself and experiment?
No, I do makeup like begin a painting. I just start
Mm.
and I have a beautiful mind that honestly it tells me what to do. Like I don't even if I trust the process and I do, I know it's going to come out amazing, but yeah, I never don't trust it because I don't have any other way. It's kind of how I work. It's just like, okay, you want to do flowers, don't worry what it's going to look like. Let's just start. And then I just start and I go with it. And my mind will tell me green, orange, pink, purple. And sometimes, I'm like, really? Like I second guess myself. And then I'm like, don't do that. Just go. And I do it. And yeah, it's a beautiful process.
Right. So you are from New Zealand, but now you're living in Abu Dhabi. So how did
Yes.
you, yeah, how did you landed up in this country?
My mother was a teacher here for 15 years.
Mm.
She moved home last year in December, and I decided to stay. So I've been back here 3 times on and off, left, come back, left, and decided to stay. For the last 10 years, I've been here on and off. So it's nice, but I'm ready to move again. I get a bit bored.
Okay. You are going
Mm.
to go back to the country.
No, no, I don't want to go there. I've been there a long time before. No, I want to go to Thailand.
Okay. Any specific
Hmm.
reason behind this?
Because I'm a nature girl. I grew up in nature and I need trees. I need the stars because you can't see them here. And I need water, because I grew up every day in the lake. And the lake here, because it's so hot, well, the sea, it's hot and I can't. It's weird. I'm like, no,
Okay.
this is so weird. So, and then I was like, okay, you don't want to go home. Where else can you go? And I was like, Thailand. Like, I know it has everything that I want. And I think the UAE is getting a bit too expensive as well. And Thailand is so cheap. So it sounds perfect for me.
Thailand has a lot of natural, extravaganza, and many beaches are there. Amazing. I have few students from Thailand, so I keep seeing like the places. Somebody's
Yeah.
asking.
Oh, sorry. If so, you have people in Thailand, you know?
Yeah, I have some students who are from Thailand, who live in
Ah,
Thailand.
because I've got a pet turtle. It's my mum's turtle, but now it's mine, and I want to take her. So I'm wondering how I take my turtle to Thailand with me.
Okay, no problem. I can ask them about this, and then I can get back to you with their answer.
Yes, please. That'd be great.
Okay. Somebody's asking any plans to visit India.
Yeah, inshallah, one day. One of my really good friends is from India. I met him in Australia in my 20s, and he lives in New Zealand. And he always invited me to go to Bombay to visit his family, but I never did. So, yeah, inshallah, one day.
Now it's not Bombay anymore. Now the name has changed. It's Mumbai.
Oh, really?
Is it? Yeah. It's not Bombay.
Why?
Bombay is the old name. Now it's Mumbai. They have changed the name, and also another city is there in the south. So it was known as Madras. Now they changed it to Chennai. Do you know?
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay,
like
Mumbai.
like my city, yeah, like the my city where I live, it used to be known as Calcutta. It was the British
Yeah.
capital, but now they have changed the name and now it's Kolkata.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to ask you what life has taught you so far, because you are doing this makeup for a long, long time, and you have seen many people. You have seen a lot of people, right? And you have seen, because see, Malak, I am also an artist. I am also an actor, singer, and a performer. So I know it's a very difficult job, to being creative and to be do something. You will not get encouragement, but a lot of discouragement as well, and people will not praise you a lot whatever you are doing except your immediate family members. So what life has taught you so far in this journey, in this process?
It's taught me to that I have to let go of the past. Like I didn't realize that I was dragging my past around with me, and it was really, really heavy. Not until this year have I forcefully dropped it and fully just left it behind, and now ready to walk away to another country without it. So I think, yeah, life, that's, I think, the biggest thing that it's taught me, and not to take it so serious. We're only here for a short time, and just being sad and all that, that I'm not being mean to people like that, because I was like that, but you really, your life is what you make it. And yeah, I just think it's too short to be sad. So choose happiness.
Right. How important is communication for you and for anybody to become successful in what they're doing? Maybe you are very creative and you are knowledgeable in your field, but to have a good communication skills, how do you think about this? How important is it?
I think it's I think it's important for, to be able to relay you to other people. If you don't have the confidence to speak, or yeah, if you just don't have the confidence.
Express your opinions in front of others, right?
Yeah, well, even if you have to pitch your idea to an investor, I mean, how are you going to do it if you can't speak properly? They, how far you can communicate is probably how far your business can go. So if you want your business to go further and further, you really have to um, train yourself to be able to speak and present yourself in a beautiful way.
Mhm. Right. And what is your morning rituals? Do you follow any particular ritual, or are you into yoga, meditation, or any physical activity which you do in order to keep yourself fit and your brain active?
Um, my it always changes, but there are two things that don't change. So the first thing I do in the morning is my gratitude journal. I
Mhm.
do one page of that. That's not going to change ever. And the second thing after that is I read the Quran. So those two things I won't I will never not do them for anyone, or because of anything. After that, oh, three things actually. Great gratitude journal, Quran, and I clean my home because I cannot create from a dirty space. Like, oh my gosh, it would drive me crazy. So those three things I do first, and then everything after that is kind of like, okay, I've done the most important things. What next?
Okay. Uh, what type of challenges you face as a makeup artist? What difficulties you face, especially if you can talk of 30 years? What are the challenges of life of a makeup artist?
I think the only thing for me is getting clients. I can know how good I am and my friends and other people who I've done, but trying to relay that to, on social media and stand out from the crowd because I follow a lot of really, really good makeup artists and they've actually pushed me to be better because I was just kind of like doing the basic, like, oh my God, I just need to hurry up and take a photo. But now I put the time like 5 or 6 hours in a day to create a look because they are so good and I want to be the best.
Yeah.
so, so I push myself, and that's the only thing is just getting clients. But I'm not worried about it either because I understand very well that your work speaks for itself. If I put in the effort to make my makeup look, you know, amazing, people will notice. So, yeah, it's getting the clients, but then it's not getting the clients. So, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, but yeah, so getting the clients is very important, but I'm talking about the technical side, like while doing the makeup, do you feel something which is still bothers you, or you feel that this skill you need to be master?
Oh, no,
Any
no,
challenge? Okay. Yeah, yeah, tell me.
no, because if there is,
Mm.
I am very quick to make sure that I learn it straight away. Like I don't leave anything behind. Like if I get to something and I can't do it, well, it's not that I can't do it. I haven't done it before. I will focus on that until I can do it whenever I want to. So I don't really leave any technical things, to the side. I really put in the effort to learn as I go and keep learning because makeup is like fashion, like it's always changing,
Mm. Yeah.
like how they did makeup in the 90s is very different to how they do it now. But when you know all the makeup genres from the past, your creative mind, you can start pulling it all together and creating a different look that no one else can make because, they haven't put in the time or the effort to learn everything.
Right. So if interested people are watching this podcast, if they want to learn makeup from you, how they reach out to you?
Just in my DMs, slide into my DMs on Instagram, LinkedIn, How I Met You, Facebook.
Mhm.
I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok. I'm everywhere. You just have to find me. How would they find me from here?
Right. Mhm. Okay. How important is to follow one's passion? And do you think that if following the passion, they can still make a living out of it?
Yes. Um, I wish I had followed my passion at a younger age
Mhm.
because then maybe I wouldn't be almost 40 trying to chase my dream now. Because I only opened my beauty school in May,
Okay.
and if I had have followed my passion from 18, right now I'd probably be sitting here with a well-established business instead of just starting to build it now. So yeah, I would suggest follow it from the beginning, from when you're a teenager. Find out what you love, what you get up and you're excited, you smile when you wake up because you get to do what you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you work with anybody, any makeup artists, or did you used to work in a job earlier?
No, no. I've just always done it myself, and if I see something new, I just try it. No, self-taught. I've taught
So,
myself everything.
okay. So, what is your dream for the future? You said that you want to make this Queen's Beauty School a big a place, right? What is your, how do you see yourself after 5 years down the line from where you are right now?
Um, so um, I love art. I love creating, but my ultimate dream in life is to create Angel. It's like that, and another business that I want to make, but Angel will be like safe houses all around the world where people or children who don't have, a house or food can just come and stay and eat and sleep for as long as they need to before they want to go out and, back into the world. So Angel is just, although I love makeup, she's just the business that I want to build and get off the ground, as well as Asamia and Doll, which is another business that I've been working on as a fashion designer. So I want these three businesses to do really well, and then they will fund Angel. And although I love these things, I love Angel more. I love feeding poor people and children more than anything else in this world. But I have to use my creative gifts and talents that I've been given to fund Angel.
Right, very nice. Uh, what are your other hobbies apart from doing makeup? Do you have any other passion, any other hobby which you like to follow or are you are following right now?
Yeah, but I don't do any of that at the moment. I think because I'm trying to move from the UAE in the next 2 weeks, I'm just focusing on my makeup and selling all my things. But if I wasn't doing that, it would be, I love the desert. I love stargazing. I'm a major stargazer. I love the water. I love swimming. I will stay in the water all day. I love traveling. I love walking in the forest. That's one of my favorite things. I love tree hugging. I am a major tree hugger. I love kids. um, I love hugs from kids. That's what I love.
Do you have a kid?
um, no, no, I haven't been blessed with a child, but yeah, I have nieces and nephews, and yeah, that's the one thing I miss while I'm here is my nieces and nephews. I live for children more than I would for adults.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how do you want to be remembered?
I just want to be remembered, you know, that's a two-edged sword question because, yay, yes, I want to be remembered by creation as like a beautiful, kind person, but I worry more about how the creator thinks of me than man would ever think of me, and obviously my mum and dad. um, but yeah, it's just those three people. Well, one's God and one's mother and father. So yeah, I worry more every day about what God thinks of me than what people think of me.
The last 2 years were tough for all of us, and people didn't have any idea what to do, how to do, because it's a new thing for all of us. And many of the people were at home fighting with the virus, not only fighting with the virus, but also fighting with themselves. How's this 2 years for you? How did you cope up this situation, and what this situation taught you?
Well, so I was in New Zealand. I left here in 2018.
Mhm.
I just left here for some reason, and I wasn't coming back here. But then January 2020, my mother was lonely, so she's like, "Can you come back and stay with me for a little while until we go back home?" And I was like, "Okay." So I came over in January 2020, and then COVID hit in March 2020. So I'm grateful that I was here because she would have been here by herself. So I didn't mind COVID because I'm not really someone who likes to go outside for no reason. I'm not that kind of person that drives around just because or goes to the mall just because. I go out because I need to. There's a reason. So I didn't mind being locked up in a house, and neither did my mother because she's the same. So the hardest thing was just me and her in each other's space all the time. Um, but but it forced us to hash out things from the past, that we otherwise wouldn't have bothered doing, I suppose. And then last year was fine. I mean, the restrictions were kind of lifted in the UAE, so there wasn't really anything. It was just 2020. I don't think for anyone they thought 2020, this great year, was going to be so weird.
Right. Mm. What would you like to tell the people who are not following their passion?
Follow it. Just do it. But, there is no reason not to. And if it's because of money, then stay in your job. But on the side, spend 1 hour in your passion, whatever it may be, until you get to a place, even after a year, you might have built it up that well, you can leave your job. But don't stay sad in a job that you don't like. I only follow my passion because I don't like working for people. I love freedom too much to be told what to do. So, and I have good parents who support me while I'm still building myself.
Yeah, that's very important. That support. Yeah. Uh, we are almost at the end of the podcast, Malak, but there are a few things I would like to know from you. Uh, any challenge, because this podcast is about passion and this podcast is about motivation and inspiration, right? So I believe there must be some situation in your life where you felt like giving up, maybe on your dreams, maybe on something else also. So, what was the most challenging, most difficult phase of your life where you felt like giving up, but you dealt with it and fought back, and maybe you got some support as well? So, would you like to talk about it?
Well, that depends because, it could be like, do you mean just in work, in job?
In job or maybe in personal life?
I don't know. I've gotten to the point now where giving up is not a option.
Option.
Um, so I kind of don't. I don't think I've ever. If I have given anything up, it's been like a diet or going to the gym, but nothing that plays a big part in the direction of my life. I mean, every day, not every day, but some days I'll be like, it can get hard doing your own business. And I'm like, well, you could just give up. And then, that makes me laugh because I'm like, yeah, that's not even, that would never happen. So I'm glad I got to that point because it didn't come easy. But I feel like once I started working in my passion, that's what came along with it, was that thought like, I'll never give up doing this now because it feels so good to be living out my passion. It's not
Yeah.
like when you go to work for someone in a bank or something and every day you just want to give up, but you don't have that voice saying, no, that's not an option. I mean, that's totally an option when you're not working inside your own dream. So, yeah, it's nice to have that. I didn't realize that I had that, but yeah. So when you start working in your own passion, yeah, giving up is just doesn't
Not
exist
an option.
anymore.
Right. You mentioned that you follow many makeup artists and fashion designer around the world. Who are the top? If I ask you your top five makeup artists or top five fashion designers, who are they? If you can tell their names for the viewers who you would like to follow.
Mm. I only have two makeup artists that I really love, and I follow them on Instagram and get my inspiration from them. Is O'Mal's. I don't know where she's from. Maybe she's from Germany or something. And another one is Lexi Lala. Lexi Lala Makeup, and she's from America. Yeah, fashion designers. I like I like all of the luxury brand fashion designers, but I don't like everything. It's kind of like you could only take a piece from this and a piece from them and a piece from them. Like, it's not,
Customers.
yeah, I don't think you'll ever love everything from someone. Um, and, I think that's it. Another reason I want to be a fashion designer is because I don't actually like any of the clothes that get put out. I like what I would create. um, I like certain things like a white shirt that Sharon Stone might wear, or but not much. I don't like much that goes out into the world because, yeah,
So,
there is. I just wanted to say, there's only one person who can do what you do and likes what you like. You know what I mean? So it's like my makeup. No one can do what I can do. and I can't do what they can do. And no one will design clothes like I can do them, and I can't do it like they would. So I think that's why I want to become a fashion designer, is because I will wear my clothes because I know what I like.
So, is there any country where you want to visit to learn this craft? Any country in this world where makeup is given a huge importance and their masters are there from whom you want to learn, or any training you want to get on makeup or maybe in fashion design, which
No,
you feel is the best? No, nothing, nowhere.
no, I don't. I've always been like this. I like learning on my own. And even though it may be the long way, it's my way. you know? Um, yeah, no, there's no one that I would want to follow or no one that I would want to learn from other than because I like to learn trial and error. Like I learn better when I do something, fail, do it again, fail, do it again, fail, do it again. Ah, yay. And I can do it forever. I learn that way, not from someone.
Okay. So we will end this podcast, Malak, here, but I will put all your links on my YouTube channel. If anybody would like to reach to you, they can directly DM you, right? On Instagram or maybe LinkedIn or maybe in your other profiles. And any message you want to give to any budding makeup artist who are watching this podcast, or maybe fashion designer, want to be a fashion designer or a creative person, maybe they have the talent but they are not able to utilize it or fulfill their desires. Any message you want to give to them?
Yeah, I don't know if I said, but I own the Queen's Alley Beauty School and I teach um, children. My youngest student is 12 years old and she's from India and she wants to be a fashion designer when she's 18. So she's learning now how to do the makeup. So when she's 18, she can do her own model's makeup. So yeah, if you ever want to learn anything, send me a message. Yeah, if you want to become a professional makeup artist, I teach a 10-week program for that as well, or just someone who just wants to be really good at makeup. But yeah, there is a lot of things that come with makeup, but yeah, it's like anything. You have to start from the bottom and just keep learning if it's something that you're really, really passionate about. But yeah, don't give up.
Right. So on that note, we'll end this podcast here. And Malak, I wish you all the best on your journey. I wish you all the best with Queen Sally Beauty School. And I hope that with your continuous effort, you can achieve the success which you're looking for. And stay safe, take care of yourself and your mother. And we'll see you soon. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. I wish all the same back to you. I think you're doing an amazing job. And yeah, podcasts are so cool because you get to meet so many people from around the world and you give people like me a platform to speak as well, which is so cool. So I thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. I mean, I found you to be, ideal for this podcast to share your passion and inspire other people who want to do something in life. Because I was working in a job and I was not happy doing that, so I left my job and then I started something of my own, right? And
Mm,
so maybe yeah, that's the thing that I feel that maybe this is what I wanted to do, and I was not happy. I had my family, I'm married, and I have many responsibilities, but what I'm doing now, I'm very happy in it, and I feel that this is what I should do for my life, and that's how this podcast also started to talk about passion and inspiration and help other people who are kind of lost in their life,
mm.
or yeah. So that's the
Yeah.
idea. That's the
Yeah,
idea.
no, it hits different when it's your own. Like, when it's your own, you're really into it. When it's for someone else, you try, but it's not the same.
Absolutely. For you yourself, you can do work 24/7, and you can put that extra mile, which you don't want to put for others. So, yeah,
Yeah, no,
that.
I've actually stopped working so hard. I
Mm,
was like going from 7 in the morning until like 10 at night. And I
mm,
was like, that's it. I can't work like this. So now I do like maybe 8, 9 hours. And then I'm like, okay, free. That's it. Whatever I can get in those hours, I get in. Um, Otherwise, I like balance, in life. I don't think life is all about working. You got to chill and watch Netflix. You got to eat, you got to enjoy your life.
absolutely, absolutely. And do you think that the life of an entrepreneur is difficult compared to a life of a person who is working in a fixed job?
No, not at all. I mean, I could never imagine waking up every day again, going to work for someone and being told when I can have lunch, when I can have a 10-minute break, when I have to finish work, what I have to do. Oh my God, that's sad. I
It's
mean, it's
weird.
cool if you
Yeah.
like that, but I'm
Mm,
just not like that. Nah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
entrepreneurship is, I don't think it's difficult at all. The only difficult thing about it is being able to sell yourself and people trust you to take your product from you. But that's it. Everything else is just learning and new things you got to learn. And yeah, that's not hard either. It's exciting.
Right. How busy you are nowadays with your new venture? How many students do you have? If you would like to share.
Um, Not many at the moment. I've just finished a 10-week student. So she is all ready to take on clients. But at the same time, it's like letting a baby go. And, she's like, oh my God, what do I do now? I'm like, you do people for free. You say that you need models, you'll come to their house and you practice because that's how your confidence is going to get better and better. And yeah, so you can teach people so much, but then, they got to keep walking the path alone, unfortunately. I can't hold their hand. So, yeah. Um, And yeah, no, she was my last client. So I'm currently waiting for more to come. People, if you're watching, men with wives. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of happy that I don't know if I should even say this. I'm so I know that they'll come. I don't force myself anymore. Like last month, I was just going nuts on all these Facebook pages, woman entrepreneur pages. Like I was like a crazy person, trying to promote myself. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, you know, it- I think God sends people when you're ready for them. And,
Yeah.
I've just seen
So
enough miracles in my life to know that He sends everything you need. Just keep doing what you're doing.
keep doing what you're doing. Do you have plans to make Queen's Alley Beauty School a bigger brand, bigger? Like you have a plan to open a studio or a parlor where you will teach others and they will also work under you. And do you have plans like this?
Yeah, one day I would love to have it like in actual schools around the world, but more not just with makeup, but like a ladies' school where, like I can teach teenagers how to stand and how to act like a lady, like that kind of thing as well. How to eat, how to like etiquette. I'd love to teach teenagers etiquette from my standard because in public I have a good one. By myself I'm just normal, because you don't need to be. But yeah, I'd love to mix etiquette, dress standards and makeup in the one school, and bring back femininity and modesty, but in a really beautiful way instead of, you know, wearing no clothes and, you know, I don't like that. I think a lady should respect herself and, you know, keep it for herself. I think that's even more beautiful.
How important is to have a good fashion sense? People nowadays, fashion has become very integral part of working life for men and women both. How do you? It is important to groom yourself properly. I'm not talking about the makeup all the time, but grooming, fashion, clothing. How important it is to make an impression in the workplace or in the business?
I don't know. I've kind of strayed away from making an impression on people. I really am like what I love, and I don't care if you don't love it. So I would never promote, you know, making an impression on people through my clothes. um,
No, but do you think it's important to have a good, successful career on the workplace or in the business? Your
and
attire,
the
your looks, attire. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I think it's good to look presentable. You know, if you're going into a meeting or if you're going to meet someone or interview. Yeah, always. I think everyone would like to do that or be like that, you know. It's part of our human nature to want to look our best so that people think we look lovely as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Malak, once again, and we'll end this here. It was a nice podcast. You shared many of your experiences, and I wish you all the best in your life.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you have a good evening.
Yeah. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.